Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, hello, hello. Say hello, Mr. Kitty. Oh, God, he's furious. Hello. Hello. Say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Be Savage. Must be happy. Nicole, Be Savage. I'm really happy to see you, Kimballs. I saw Sergeant Doofy earlier. Just Ben. Hello, hello, hello. My chat is not scrolling right for some reason. Let me just see here if that works. Is that gonna work or? Oh, there we go. There we go. VF, yeah, VF said he would be a little bit late, like a couple minute late, and that's fine because I think I can introduce myself. Well, some of you already know me and everything, but talk a little bit. Oh, and might as well at this point. Oh, here's Vilified. He's in chat. Hello. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if we get a little bit more people in this place. Be Savage. Truman update. He is good. Second appointment tomorrow. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. I have a new level of respect for Sancho. I don't know who Sancho is, not gonna lie. I don't like StreamYard for that exact reason. I can't just put, my camera in a little corner or something. I have to have my big face in the middle of the screen. It's kind of weird. But yeah. Tonight, our good friend tonight is gonna be it's a drink I found not too long ago. It's a scotch. So and I'm no professional. I don't know. But I did find this one. It's amazing. It's called the Grants. I don't know if you can see it. It's a triple wood Grant Scotch. And I don't know what triple wood means, not gonna lie, but it is amazing. And it's really cheap. So if you like whiskey or scotch, it's a whiskey is a scotch is a whiskey. Whiskey isn't always a scotch. The difference is just Scotland, But if you are a fan of whiskey and you're afraid of scotch, this is a great starter. This is amazing. So while I wait for answers, do you guys, how's the sound? How does it sound? I'll test it. Give me a bottle and I'll test it for you. Yeah. It cost me, it was $35 for this big bottle. So it's not, it's not the crazy single malt. I have some crazy single malt here that you can pay, $150 for half this bottle. And I broke my only whiskey glass, so I improvised one. It's not really good, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, this smells delicious. 510 tops. Hey, take your time, VF. I'm pouring myself a half a glass. Well, half a glass, that's a lie. Just a beautiful glass of scotch. Oh, my God. I hope you guys can't hear my cat screaming in the backyard. In the background. I didn't put my cat in the backyard. So, yeah. It smells amazing. They say put 2 glass in there, 2 little glasses, and 2 ice. It smells amazing. Wait a little bit, let it breathe. Who all do we have? Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Good to see you, man. Kimball's already said that. Poor Nicole one, she's awesome drunk. Well, Nicole's been saying that she's been drunk for the past, 3 days. So, hey, Corey, nice seeing you. I'll cheers you with my iced tea. Yeah, well, anything. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I used to drink a lot of alcohol, and like a lot. And my wife has been. My wife, when we met, I used to drink, and I stopped drinking early before we got married. But she knows how bad it was when I was drinking, so she's always a little scared. So I always make deal with her. I can only drink one night a week. So that's why I didn't drink on Friday with VF. It was the first time I didn't have a drink with VF because I wanted to have a drink on my stream tonight. So yeah. To those who are here, 7 years sober. Well, congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. I spent 3 years without drinking anything. I was afraid of only smelling a drink, And what I used to drink a lot was tequila and vodka. And I don't drink that anymore. I wouldn't be able to. It would be really bad. But I used to be a big fan of, drinking just 1 or 2 glasses like this of scotch or whiskey on a Friday night after work. It's always a good thing. So I started it. I tried it once or twice, see if, that feeling of, oh God, I need to have a drink was going to be there. And it's not there with whiskey because I don't drink it in the same, I don't know. It's not the same environment, vodka, tequila in a bar, in a club. This, when you're alone at home, really different. But congratulations, Corey. Believe me, I know it's not easy to stop drinking. I don't know how long you've been drinking. When I stopped drinking, I wasn't, I was still young. I was 20, 21. Yeah, 20, 21. And I had been drinking for a little bit, but, I wasn't 40. So I hadn't been drinking for 20 years or something like that. But Mad Dog 2020 anymore? Yeah. Mad Dog 20. Oh, wait. What's Mad Dog 2020? Is that a beer? I don't know what that is. Rehab is for quitters. Don't say that. Don't say that. I've been there. Rehab is, well, in theory, yes, it is. But, sometimes you have to quit to go forward. That's just what it is. Quit drugs, gambling, stuff like that. Stuff's like Kool-Aid. Yeah. What? Ice almost melted. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, so before VF gets on, because I see he's lurking in the background. Well, no, let me bring him in. Let me bring our friend in. Here we have my first guest on my first podcast, the man, the myth, the legend, Vilified Freedom.
How's it going?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Not bad. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great, my friend. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. First stream, first.
Oh, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
Oh, it's always something.
It's just the internet.
Yeah, just that. But yeah, so what I was going to say is that's kind of what I want the formula to be about. Maybe sometimes I'll have some videos that I want to show people or stuff like that, but I'd rather have this be a conversation between the viewers, between my guests and me, talking about, actuality, about things that concern you, and things around this community. Not only the Watchdog community, but the whole YouTube community and what things are, and depending on the guest,
Gotcha.
So that's kind of the idea. Because I've been, B Savage been harassing me to start a channel for so long that.
I see B giving me the OH. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Jim. Hi, Sam. Hi, Jimmy. Who else is out there? Corey, how you doing? Just Ben, how you doing? Kimbles, how are you? I see you, Kimbles.
We had Sergeant
out there. I see all of you out there. You got a few of the regulars out there. Nicole was going hard last night. I was like, that is my hero. That is my hero. Nicole, you're my hero.
Yeah, I heard that. You went hard on Chuck's stream last night.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even get to bed till like 5 a.m. I was like, good night.
You didn't?
Yeah, I kept listening to
Oh
Chuck
my
Stead on
God.
stream and chiming back in. Every time I went to go lay down, it was just like the Godfather. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Yeah, it's always like that, huh? It was a good stream. I missed half of it because I went to bed, but because I can't do that. I don't know how you do that. Going to bed at 5 in the morning. Oh my God, I can't
Well,
do
the
that
only reason
anymore.
I could do it last night is because I didn't have nothing to do today except for
Oh,
my own
okay,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'll
Yeah.
feel.
I don't get me wrong. I can't tell you the last time I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no,
Well,
I
I can
got
tell you
you.
plenty of times I was up to go to work, but not
Yeah,
go to
exactly.
bed.
Yeah. Well, 5 in the morning, you work construction, so that's pretty much almost every morning
Yeah.
around that time, at least.
First on the job, last to leave, electricians.
There you. Oh yeah, that is true. It's the electrician. Yeah, that's a good job. It's a.
Yeah.
You work only.
That's
You
why
work.
that fundraiser, that GoFundMe matters so much to me, because
Yeah.
that's the guy who taught me it. Everything I know about electric, I learned from that man.
Yeah. Oh well, that's amazing. And you work. You don't work residential, right? You work commercial
Yeah,
electricity.
we do commercial. We do. I have done some residential. I mean, yeah, the commercials are thing.
Yeah. And it has to pay more. I mean, it's such a big surface that you
It
do, or
really all just depends. Like normally we're on. I don't want to say the name of what we typically build, but it's very large, and everybody listening has been there.
okay,
Those
okay,
kind of it's kind of rated for what your company pays you. You know,
okay. Well, that's not too bad.
it can
Okay,
be great.
so
It can not be great.
yeah, but yeah, it's always like that. It's always a risk, you know. Good work or bad work, you know.
Mhm.
But all right. So I have a few. I made some notes because I didn't want to feel like I don't know what to say, and we get into a stop and it gets
That's
awkward.
no problem.
So I know everyone here almost came from your channel. Well, actually, they all did, and some from Chuck. But we got a small audience. But
That's okay.
still,
And people are following their interest. It doesn't matter where they come from. Now they're here with you. That's what
there
matters.
you go. There you go. And I wanted to know a bit, you know, because we do see the vilified freedom in the videos, and we see you a little bit more in detail in streams. We know you're a guy from Ohio, grew up in a rough bit, and but what made you want to start? I know DGen was like the big guy, you know, he was a big influence on you, and I understand why. I mean, he's a legend. Um, but what made you one day decide I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna put a camera right there and I'm gonna record a video?
Technically, that's not what happened at all. 5 years ago, I randomly woke up in the morning and I knew I wanted to do something more than what I was doing for Jesus. So I created
Okay.
the channel with the name. And I left it for like 2 years, never done anything with it, never done nothing with it. And then
Okay.
I decided to bring someone on to help me. I was like, hey man, I have a channel. I want to do something, yada, yada, yada in the beginning. And we didn't see eye to eye on anything. So it never went anywhere. We never uploaded a video or done nothing. So I
Okay.
was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit around on my hands. I turned the camera on and I started recording, just telling people, look, this is how I feel and this is what we need to be doing, you know, because I wanted to do something. And
There you
it
go.
wasn't until I made a video about Ken Hovind that got like thousands of views. And I was like, whoa. And then things got real crazy and trolled out from there. And I was like, I'm not
Okay.
about division. I don't want to do anything that divides people. You know what I mean? Like already
Yep.
that was the bad vibe. So I went
Yeah.
back just talking to the camera and saying, you know, hey, you know, my opinion, and I'd read scripture, and it didn't get me nowhere. I said, I got to have appeal. And I started venturing off through the internet and once again, completely forgot about my channel. And that's when I
Okay.
stumbled across the Sovereign Citizens and Degeneration Nation and
Mm-hmm.
Ban and all the rest of them. And I was like, my gosh, these people really exist. This is happening. Like this
Yeah.
is happening. And then I started noticing some of them, some people like that were friends of people that I knew that didn't have a driver's license. Where I'm
Okay.
from, almost nobody has a driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started getting into the sovereign citizens. And I
Okay.
told myself, if I can build this up once I get so far, I can just push Jesus on them, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I like that. There's quite a bit of backstory to your channel. It's not just Be
Oh, it was well
Savage
thought
pushed
out.
to you.
Yeah, it was well thought out.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that. It's not just if someone one day asks me, "How did you start your channel?" I'm gonna have to say, "B channel forced me. Be Savage forced
Be
me." You know,
savage. Be savage is good people.
he is good people. You got a
Hello, I could
great
be.
community. You got a great. Oh, hi,
Just
could be
been.
Campbell, Just Ben. Thank you, Just Ben. That's super sweet. I really appreciate that. Um, and you got a great community. I mean, I've seen people do similar stuff than what you do, and get a really divided community of people that don't think alike, that don't care about they just watch the video because the video is entertaining, but they don't connect to the person who's doing that. And you kind of have the, I don't know, you have the magic to make it work both
Well, I don't
sides.
know.
People
I
enjoy the
don't know about
video.
magic. I just my personal opinion is you just got to go all in. You just got to say, boom,
Yeah,
here it is. You know what I mean? Don't
yeah.
try to gimmick it up. Don't try to come up with, you know,
Hmm.
catchy whatever. Just do what you're doing. Just do it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. And to stay on the topic of vilified freedom, uh, you're like me. You weren't always a believer at all. And
Yeah.
I don't want my podcast to be something only about religion, because I know some people don't agree with that or stuff like that. But I think it has an important part.
It's your channel.
And
It's your preference, my friend.
yeah, but I think it's important. I think it's important, especially with a guest like you, who is like me, a Christian. And you weren't always a Christian. You became a Christian through hearing God. Well, not hearing God in the sense, in the sense of listening to someone, but you found God one day and you became a Christian.
I found him because I finally started searching for him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's kind of the question I was going to ask. How did you find God? Because, through, because for me, it was a little different. For me, it was, and at the time I didn't know, I couldn't associate, I couldn't know what it was. I thought it was either a thought, a dream, because I woke up in the middle of the night and just knew that something was going to happen, was going to be great. And I didn't know really what that was. And the next day, and I didn't know that was going to happen, but I met my wife the next day, which at the time wasn't my wife. She was a total stranger. It took years before she accepted to be my wife. But
Mhm.
it was a weird thing that for a long time I didn't associate with God. I just thought I dreamed about this. It was a premonition, or it was just a feeling that I had, or a deja vu, or something like that. And then the more I started looking into it, the more it felt right to call this feeling God, and I realized that if he gave me this gift, and my wife, she's the reason I'm not an alcoholic anymore. She's the mother of my children, my daughter. She's the greatest thing that ever happened to a bum like me when I was younger. And so I don't know. I just that's how it happens for me. I have no issue with
I
religion.
was literally at the end of my rope, brother.
Yeah.
I had more problems than I could shake a stick at. I had
Hmm.
debt that was building up around me, which I am debt free now. I owe nobody zero. But
Nice. That's amazing.
I had a lot of issues inside of my community, inside of the circles. I had lost a lot of friends.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of tragedy and a lot of things had happened that brought me to a place in my life where I sought him out. I sought him
Hmm.
out the best I could, and then finally, at the end of my searching, I dropped to my knees in my basement, and I said, I completely and fully give myself to you.
Hmm.
Lead me and whatever it takes. And when I got up off my knees, brother, my life has never been the same to this moment.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that. I remember the first time I went to listen to scripture. And it wasn't a church in the sense of, those big Catholic church. It was a small town, uh, it was almost a community building, you know, and they rented it just to read scriptures with people and meet people. And I'll always remember that day because it was the first time I went to church in my entire life. And it was my wife. She dragged me out of bed at 7 in the morning. I had a big party the night before. She wasn't my wife at the time. We were, you know, meeting each other. And so, hey, everyone that just joined. Cheryl, hi. Cheryl, hi. Alvin, good to see you. Good to see you all. I really appreciate you coming. But yeah, and she just told me, if you want to keep, would you like to keep, you know, talking with me? And I said, of course I want to. And I was completely hungover before, but because of the night before, she told me, then just come to church with me. It's an hour and a half. Just come to church. And I said, well, why would I go there? I don't believe in God. And she said, well, just come anyway. Yeah. And I don't know why, but I said, okay. And a year before that, you would have asked me to go to church. I would have sent you flying, you know, just go F yourself. And, but I went, and it didn't really do anything to me the first time, but I listened anyway. And I saw how it made my wife feel, my girlfriend at the time. She felt amazing. You know, she felt like she felt.
Was she already saved before?
Oh, yes, she was saved.
Okay. Saved. So she was just
she was listening, and listen, it's a figure of speech, but I could see her eyes glowing and her face just, you know, she was happy.
I know exactly what you mean.
There you go. And I know what it means now, but I didn't know at the time. And I was like, why does she feel like someone who's done it, who's lived the greatest life ever? She didn't have a car. She didn't have a house. She didn't have, she was still in school, but she felt like her life was fulfilled. And I was like, what is that? But I still listen. And after a while, and the first time I really felt the same way wasn't at church, it was at home reading her Bible that she had forgot at my house. And I think I read it through and through in 2 days, nonstop. I read every single word of that Bible. Felt amazing. Because I wasn't just reading it, I was understanding it, and I was searching for an answer through it, you know? I don't know. It's a crazy thing.
I never had that feeling until after I got saved, believe it or not. Throughout all my times in jail and all my years incarcerated and everything, I've read the Bible more times than I could shake a stick at. I have a very bad memory. I don't remember things very well at all. Like, I keep notes on everything. I got notes laying around me right now. But I don't memorize stuff very well. It's kind of hard to put into words. I had religion just smothered on me all my life. That's the reason why I rebelled against it. I didn't want to hear what anybody had to say because they kept telling me the same old thing, but it didn't change nothing in my life. So I didn't feel it applied to me.
There you go.
You know, it wasn't until I got to the end of me and I started seeking him out. See, before it's everybody trying to, you know, they're putting up signs for you. Hey, turn left over here. Right over here is where you need to go. And we're just like, man, I've already been there. I didn't like it when I was there. And you just kept It wasn't until you realize that the car is almost out of gas that you get off the highway and you take care of it. I finally got off the highway and I put my life into perspective and realized that, you know, there's a lot more than just us to this whole thing.
Yeah, definitely. And just reading it doesn't mean anything.
That's right.
It's a weird thing, but it doesn't. You have to want to understand it, and then you'll
it's funny how you could read the same thing, and then after you get saved, it's like it's almost like a completely different story to you.
Yep, totally.
It's on a whole nother meaning.
That 2 or 3 days I took to read, and not the whole Bible as in the Old and the New Testament. I read John through. I read John through. I don't remember where I stopped, but it was, I didn't read the whole thing, but I read the voice of God, you know, and it didn't feel the same way it feels today. If I read John today, it feels amazing. I just love it. I can read it 20 times, you know, if I had the time, I would, but I don't know. It felt good to I found something for one that someone found me, that I found someone and someone found me at the same time, other than my wife, uh, which I still believe firmly that God put her on my path. I still firmly believe it as a last chance to save my life, or I would have ended, in the street or in the gutter.
Hey,
But
who am I to doubt it?
yeah, there you go. But yeah, so that's hi, Night Rider 72. How you doing? Hope you're having
Night
a
Rider,
good
hey,
morning.
brother, I hope you know that you are continuously in my prayers, and I continue to pray for you last night and today, my friend. Please know that. Please know that.
Amen to that. All right. Well, I think we'll leave that part, and I want to go to another part. This one a little bit more, a little bit lighter. Religion for some people is a heavy subject and everything, and that's a subject I haven't seen you post on it. I haven't seen anything of you on that subject, and I think I know why you keep yourself away from it. But I still want your answer, and I'm sure that the 10 people that are watching would like that answer. There's a big movement right now of the same type of video that you see on Sovereign Citizen, the expose and everything, but on the Karens.
Yeah, I'm not doing Karen.
You're not, but you don't have to go into detail, but what are your
I have no
thoughts on that?
problem with it. Hey, there's a Karen in every one of our family.
Oh,
Let's be
definitely.
honest. You got an Aunt Karen. Every one of y'all got an Aunt
Yep.
Karen or a sister, or we
Yep.
all know Karen. I just don't.
Hmm.
I don't mind. I don't care if other people do it. I'm just not gonna go. I poke at people that deserve poking.
Okay. And because I do agree that sometimes I see a video of a Karen and I'm almost sympathizing with the lady. I know the
Right, I
reaction is
do.
bad.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Exactly.
Right.
There's
Some of
always
them, I'm
that
like, come
one.
on now. I understand what the woman's saying.
There you go. Because it's easy. And I see a little bit your perspective is you expose a lot of frauditor and
Sovereigns.
and sovereigns. Yeah, but I mean, on the subject of Karens, if a woman of a certain age was getting pissed off at an auditor, he would probably call her a Karen. And in this situation, it would theoretically be right because she's overreacting, but the woman would be right to be overreacting to have a camera shoved into her face and everything.
Right.
So I do see why you might want to stay away from the Karen. Oh my God, I have a couple of Karens in my family. Yeah, we all have them. We all have them.
We all do. Every one of us has an Aunt Karen.
Yep. My mom was the greatest Karen ever. If something didn't go according to her, she would speak to your manager and get it sorted out. But it would work. She was amazing. But in the term, in the
definition, to go
definition,
back to get food with her. You don't want to be the guy in the car.
oh no,
No,
no, you don't. Oh, no. All the time, brother, all the time. But and again, I wouldn't want to ridicule my mom, but she would sometimes act like the classic Karen. And Uncle Kevin, yeah, Uncle Kevin is it's the equivalent of a Karen, but in male. We all had that uncle, but yeah.
Now I don't have an Uncle Darren or Kevin.
Kevin, you don't have that?
My family are quite opposite, but I do have the Aunt Karens.
Okay. Well, yeah, because we can always, well, not always, but sometimes we can relate to them, and it's
My uncle's a backhanded man.
Okay, I see. He's the rough type.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and all right, and second. Oh wait, I'm gonna refill my drink a little bit, real quick. I don't know if you saw, but tonight it's Grant's Triple Wood Scotch.
And I was gonna have one with you, brother, but I was running late and I got to be up early in the morning, so I decided
don't worry. Don't worry, brother. Don't worry. I didn't take one with you Friday, so just to be able to take one today on my street.
All right, that's all right. It's not payback. I just got to be up.
There you go. So you do a lot of stuff on the Moors, the Sovereigns, that community is something.
All of them in the same basket. If you're willing to take from the system and not contribute to it, now I unlike other people, I can have. I don't know if you want to call it respect. I guess you could say respect for some people that consider themselves sovereign. If they live on their own land, they accept nothing from the system. They hunt, they do their own thing, and they're self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? They don't need the outside world. In that case, I say leave that man alone to do whatever he wants to do, period.
Yeah.
But these guys out here that just, oh, I'm a sovereign, right to travel, and I don't need this, and I don't need to contribute to your system.
There you go.
I want everything from it. No, you can shove that in the can, buddy. We own you.
There you go. Because for me, Moors and sovereign is pretty much the same thing. Although it hasn't been around. Moors have been around for a long time. I did my research, and if I remember correctly, it's 1890 that the Moorish Science Temple
existed until like year before last.
Me neither. Me neither. But it's been around for a long time. Sovereign is a little bit more of a current thing. Where do you think it's going?
Until somebody somewhere gives people a whole lot more leniency in the areas that they have already been deficient in. So
yeah,
until we give somebody something for nothing, that's where it's going.
Yeah, I can see what you. Okay, yeah, and because there's a thing that I saw, and it's a guy who made. I don't remember his name. I wanted to shout it out because it was a great video, and the guy said, if you want to be a sovereign, especially in the United States, you can be. Look at the Amish. I don't agree with everything they do, but the Amish, they don't abide by. They have their own rules. They do their own thing, their own food, their own market,
I'm surrounded by them.
Sorry?
I live in an Amish community.
Oh, there you go.
They're everywhere.
There you go.
I find them to be actually good people, to be quite honest with you.
There you go. So,
but I don't know inside their lives like that either.
No, exactly. But if you go in theory, they are sovereign citizens. They have their own communities, their own set of rules.
I can support that kind of sovereignty in a way.
Exactly.
I would want to know. I would want more education on it, obviously. But yeah, they're very self-sufficient. They do their own thing.
There you go.
They don't bother nobody. I run into them at the store every single day of my life, and how you doing? I talk with them. I talk with the older guys, the younger ones.
Yeah, there you go. RPF. Did y'all watch RPF video from Devon's stream last night? Yeah, I heard he washed his hair for once. It was amazing to see his hair.
What was he talking about with that woman for the 3D, 5D? I could not. I almost got a headache. I'm like, good night.
Yeah, I didn't watch it through and through, but yeah, it was.
Through that one. That one lost me really fast.
Yeah, but he looked like he took a shower for once.
Extraterrestrials in your brain. I'm sorry, but I'm gone.
Yeah, it's Devon is deeper in the tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? He's I don't know. Devon is something.
Hey, he's hard, but he's working at it. Give him time.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, to go back to the Amish, I'm always, if you want to be a sovereign, join an Amish community or start your own little community like that and be self-sufficient, but you can still be respectful. Never heard of an Amish shooting a cop on the side of the highway. I mean, but sovereign citizen, that happens. Just look, B. Savage just said a week ago, 2 sheriffs got shot by sovereign citizen in his. They're violent. You know, Amish have had a past, but nowadays, when's the last time you heard of Amish shooting a sheriff?
Never.
I don't remember the last time I heard that. I mean, and I wouldn't be an Amish. I wouldn't go there. That's not my style. I love.
Don't let them fool you though. They turn up at night.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still not. You know, I love the coziness of my Wi-Fi and my TV and my Netflix, and you know, I grew up.
Times I wish they'd invite me down to that barn. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. There's some morning that I wish I could just go into the wood and never come back. We always. I have that. I was, you know, I live in a city.
That's always been my dream too, to have a property with woods where I could just disappear off into the wood.
Oh, brother, I've been married 3 years, and for the past 3 years, me and my wife have been saving just to buy a big land where we could, if everything goes right, have our food for the year or something like that, and not go completely off the grid, you know, but have our little thing. I've always been a country boy. I live in a city now, but the city is surrounded by country. You know, there's not, it's countryside all around, and it's amazing.
That's kind of cool. Me and you are in the exact reverse situation. I grew up in the city, and now I finally made it out to the country. You grew up in the country, and now you're in the city.
No, I grew up in the city. Now
you grew up in the city. Okay.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Montreal, which is like the equivalent of New York in Canada, if you want. It's like everyone speaks English over there, and I knew I have a Canadian brother in there that, hey, Kate, Massel report, how you doing?
Cheryl
Oh,
says the Amish in Michigan are wonderful. Hey, Massel report.
Thank you. That share means a lot to me. I really appreciate that, Kate. That's amazing. Amish, do you drive by shaving? Yeah, I never heard of that. That's funny. Jimmy,
yeah, they're
Amish,
wonderful out here too.
Yeah, Jimmy. So Amish are, how do you describe Amish? They're basically sovereign citizen. They live in their own community. They have their own. They live off what is theirs. They grow their own food. They have their own markets. They have exception. You'll see them sometimes go somewhere.
But I do have one complaint, and I will be unrelenting about this, and I mean this to every one of you. And I love every one of you Amish, but at the same time, you got to stop with the horse business on the street. Clean up after them. Make sure you run them through the meadow or something else. I mean, I'm driving a motorcycle, man. I come down through there. The last thing I want to do is Vilified died from, horse dung.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
It doesn't look good on the tombstone. That's all I'm saying. Please,
stop
exactly. Knock it off.
Yeah. No, Jimmy, they're not inbreds.
I love you.
They're not inbreds. They're not like your typical,
No, they're not inbreds.
No. It's not like those rednecks that you can imagine in Alabama or something like that. No disrespect to Alabama, but that's the stereotypes.
I'm serious about the horse business. That's oh man.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
It really does. Like, there's been one time I wanted to pull the one guy over. Like, come on now. You see what he's doing. How are you not getting splattered with that? It's back there waving it like a fan.
Yeah. At the same time, no, I totally agree. Like, if I walk my dog and he takes a dump on the sidewalk, I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
You should have to do. And a horse, it dumps a lot more than a dog.
Lot. I'm talking these pounds, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, you don't, especially on a motorcycle. Yeah. Oh my God, you do not want to. Oh yeah, definitely. You will slide. Hey, take it easy on the rednecks, or we will invade Canada. Hey, we have rednecks in Canada too, brother. Believe you me. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, we do have rednecks. The northern part of Quebec is only rednecks. And we have our place that we call the Canadian Alabama. In French, it's Beauce. And that place is known for inbreeding.
Oh, no.
Cousin, sister.
That kind of redneck, buddy.
Oh, no. I'm talking about that kind. I'm not talking about the rednecks that loves, whiskey and country music. And that's me. I'm like that. I love my whiskey. Yeah, exactly. I love the smell of gasoline and oil and, on motorcycle and stuff like that. That's an okay redneck, but I'm talking like the classic redneck that we can all imagine sometimes. But yeah, we have those in Canada, believe you me. We're better armed. Yeah, definitely.
Nicole did tell him that Trump bought Canada, and he literally started buying into it for a minute. He's like, yeah, and the money came from such and such when he was twisting down. Hey.
No way.
It's hard to digest that much dumb, I'm telling you.
That'd be oh my God, Trump bought Canada.
Trump bought Canada.
That would be a massive, because Canada is a liberal country. Very, very, very liberal.
Yeah, not only that, but it would take like 32 Donald Trumps to even put a down payment on it.
Yeah, exactly. Your country right now, especially with COVID, the debt is our debt is just as bad. So I mean, it would, I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, no, Canada is way too liberal of a country. It's on the left side totally. We have, no gun rights, barely. We have the socialized healthcare everywhere for everyone, for anything. We have a.
Well, that's not a bad thing if it was performed correctly.
It wasn't. That's the bad thing. It's terrible. Like, if you go to a hospital tomorrow because you have a broken foot, how long are you going to wait before you see a doctor?
25, 30 minutes?
Yeah. Here, I broke my, you won't see it because of the light, but I still have the scar because my bone was sticking out a little bit. And I broke my arm, went to the hospital. I waited 17 hours before I saw a doctor. That's Canada. Like, if you say that to a Canadian, I waited 10, 15, 20 hours, that's a normal thing. Because I do agree on the side of socialized healthcare to some extent, but you have always that lady that doesn't want to go to work that goes to get a
There you
paper.
go.
And
In
then
theory, it's great. It's just too bad it's only theory.
there you go. Because that would be amazing. But you have that lady that goes there every Monday because her nose is dripping a little bit. So she takes someone's spot. You have, so it's a
Wouldn't
bad
it be
thing, but
awesome if we had a book that told us if you don't work, you don't eat? Oh my gosh, we do. It's called the
yeah,
Bible.
yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I really like about the Bible. That's a verse that not a verse, but a side of things. I was raised like that. If you don't work, you don't eat,
That's how
and
it is. That's how it should be.
that's how it should be. That's how
Now,
life is.
those
And I
who are
do.
less fortunate or not able, that's a different story to be
There
had.
you
But
go.
I mean those who are not able, not that SOB that don't want to get off the couch. I don't support
There
him.
you
I
go.
support that dude starving.
There you go. And in Canada, we have socialized welfare, which basically means that anyone who lost his job can get on welfare for 5 years. I don't know if you can. That's terrible. And don't get me wrong, the whole idea of welfare for people that have disabilities, that have had accident, or that I don't know, they have family situation for a couple times, they need it. I'm totally fine with it. No disrespect to you. But if
Yeah,
you are
we do.
able
But
to
you know
work
what?
and you just
While you're on that one point, though, there are a lot of single women who need that assistance. But at the same time, there has to be something done to encourage families to stay together, to stop, because there's guys who just don't stick around because they can't
yep,
stick around because they lose their assistance. I mean,
yep,
that happens all over the country.
yep.
I've been in that situation back in my early days when me and my old lady got together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there needs to be. I'm not against the idea of welfare. I'm not against the idea, but there needs to be a big
For
reform
those
on
who need
who
it
can.
and deserve it.
There you go. Because at the end of the day, even if, and that's gonna sound harsh, but that's how I was raised. Even you have a rough time, even if you have a headache, if you don't work, you're not gonna eat. I was raised like that, you know.
Right.
So
God told us to take care of the kids. I ain't got no problem taking care of the kids. Mom and dad got
there
to
you
get up
go.
and go clock in somewhere.
There you go. So, but I do agree, and we hear that a lot. And I'm a big fan of Ben Shapiro. I don't know if you know him, probably. Ben Shapiro.
Cheryl's dead on the point right there. Too many making welfare a career.
Yeah, there you go. That's a really bad thing. But I don't know if you know. Do you know Ben Shapiro?
Oh,
Ever
yeah.
heard of him?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm a big fan of what he says. He's a little bit more to the right than I am, but I'm still a conservative in the heart. And he said he always brings the point that the problem in the African American community or something like that, or any community, is the absence of father in the house. And that is totally true. If you don't have a father in the house, it's sad to say, but you start with a disadvantage. It's statistically and societally proven you need a dad in the house. It's important. And you need out just as much as you need a mom.
I
But
agree, but
most,
I fit in the exact same statistics because my dad took off at an early age. Him and my mom couldn't see eye to eye, and I grew up without him until later on.
there you go. My mom
I
showed
made
me
it
how
out
to shave my
by his
beard.
own
That's why it's so bad. My dad took off when I was a kid, and my beard is so bad because she showed me how to shave, you know? So that's a thing. You need a dad, you know?
Right.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of women at the infusion center are from Canada. They come here from chemo because the wait list. Yeah.
So long.
If you need a donor, if you need chemo, if you need big surgery, most people are going to go to Canada. My grandfather had a heart surgery, and he had a heart attack actually, and he needed, what was it called? He needed there was an the aorta, I think it is in English, or something like. He needed to replace a big valve in his heart, and they told him that he would have to stick in bed and not move for 3 months before they find him. They put him on the list to find someone to donate that. He went to the United States. He paid the full price of it. It took 3 weeks. He had it installed and he was back home. A lot of people go to the United States to get service, because you guys, although you don't have the best health situation everywhere, mostly you have the best cancer survivor treatment.
We have the best health care anywhere. We have the worst decision making anywhere. That's our problem.
There you go.
If
but I know that
ourselves, we would be the healthiest country out there, but we don't.
Yeah, because I know that statistically, you guys are first on anything that relates to cancer survivor, cancer remission, cancer, anything that you have the best cancer care in the world. That I know for a fact. The rest, I'm not too sure. I don't know all the stats, and that's a thing that we could have that in Canada. I mean, we're just as advanced as you. We have the same company as you, but Canada keeps stagnating because it's so far left that it cannot go up. You know, we're stuck. We're being held down by all this socialized stuff.
I wish I knew more about it to say something about it. Unfortunately, I literally know nothing about how your guys' government runs, except for how my country views your you guys don't call him president. What do you call him? Prime Minister?
Yeah, Prime Minister.
Yeah. We don't have a very favorable view of that man.
Oh my God. And most Canadians do, but I don't. I hate him. I cannot stand him. And you know it's going to be bad when his party is called the Liberal Party of Canada. And I have nothing against people that are liberals. And I hope that
a lot of us need to understand what is considered liberal now was not considered liberal 6 years ago. And
there you go.
What is becoming more conservative now was not the conservative stance just 6 8 years ago. Everybody's migrating to the wings of their party these days.
Mm-hmm. Totally. And I was in big favor. I used to love how your system was. It was a dual party, to the right, to the left, and it was the fighting of the two that would make one great country. The fighting of the right and the fighting of the left would make a great country in the middle. In Canada, what they call the Liberal Party, if you go back 20 years, 10 years, they would have called it the Communist Party, But nowadays, they call it liberal, but it's so not what liberal is. My mom is a full-blown liberal. She would never vote for him. So I don't know. It's different worlds out there.
Canada tear everybody apart, man.
Yeah, politics do a lot of that because people can't talk anymore.
So personal. They're like, "Oh, you don't agree with me? Well, I don't care about your life." It's like, how did we get there?
There you go. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Different point of view. Hey, Steve, how you doing, brother?
There you go. And that would be the far leftist. Yeah, our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, with his beautiful hair and 25 years old of experience in theater, he's so far left that you can't see him anymore. But back in the day, the right and the left hated they didn't hate each other, but they always disagreed, but they would come to talk and get something across, Nowadays, if you are to the right, the left hates you, doesn't want to talk to you. And if you're to the left, the right hates you and doesn't want to talk to you. That's not how you have.
Look at our system now. Now it's so diluted, nobody really knows who's on whose side.
Yep, exactly. There you go. It's
I don't know. What they do. They can't get a general consensus of everybody. They want to dilute the message and put everybody all scatterbrained everywhere instead of on where it matters.
There you go. It's all about what he could have met, what he might have done, and not about what he said and what he wants to do. Whether you are for Clinton or Trump, I don't care. I'm Canadian. I don't have a say in that. But they did it as much as to Clinton that they did to Trump. Not anymore. But when the election were on, oh, she said this because she meant this. She will do this. No, you don't know. Just listen to what she's saying. Just listen to what he's saying. I don't know.
No comment.
Well, I was never a fan of Clinton. I'm not going to lie. She was crooked to all.
I know, but over here, I told everybody a while back when I did that political video, it did not go over well. They took me out in the street with pitchforks and fire, and they let me know that this is not tolerated. So I don't do politics no more. I let everybody can do whatever they want. You can feel however you want. I'll have my point of view. You have your point of view. We all go to the voting booth and let the better man win.
There you go. Definitely. Well, I've never.
No, man, I love all y'all, and I don't want to be out here fighting with everybody just because we disagree on something.
There you go. And listen, my family is full-blown liberals. I'm not gonna go to Christmas because we disagree on that. It makes for heated exchange sometimes with some people in the family, and that's even fun. I mean,
if you have a family that's close like that, brother, I hope you really do cherish it and enjoy it, because not many of us have that.
No, exactly. And I have a mother and 2 grandparents, and so I have 3 people. I don't know anyone else in the family. The rest are dead, or I don't know them. You know, the side of my father and all of that. I don't know anyone.
I ain't had a holiday with my family like that since I was a child.
Yeah, there you go. So I've always cherished family. I've never had a big family, and that's a really important thing in my life.
It means the world to me. My kids are my everything.
My daughter and my wife. I mean, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I wouldn't be standing there being able to just drink 1 or 2 glasses of this if she wasn't there. You know, I wouldn't have found God. I would have missed so much if it wasn't for my wife. So it's everything. And my mother, well, I mean, she had to do the role of a mother and a father at the same time, living on a $15 an hour paycheck, which back in the day was pretty nice, but nowadays it's nothing.
Now it's tough. Yeah.
It's tough, 15. It's not a good thing, especially in Canada, because in Canada, 15 for you guys is $9. So think about that.
Oh, you know? No. I'm not even. Look, now I do what I got to do to feed my kids, but
there you go.
God, I don't have to. No.
Well, my mom had to deal with that one. She had to deal with a mom and a dad at the same time. She's the greatest woman I've ever met. But yeah, family is really important to me. And I wish every night, I pray with my daughter that she one day will accept to be saved as me, but so far no luck. But one day she'll come around. She'll come around.
Yeah, everybody has their time, brother. All you can do is just keep instilling in her the good word, and let the Lord do what He does.
There you go. Another subject to change from politics before I get pitchforked.
Whatever you want.
What do you think? That's a big thing now. Defund the police.
Yeah, I backed the blue a 10 billion%.
Yeah, you're like, man, I need to get myself a blue flag, a 10-line blue flag in the back. Me too.
Unequivocally, I don't care who. I tell the whole world, I back the blue. I support our law enforcement. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that are going to come and save my life if something happens, or my child's life, or my neighbors. And I've witnessed it with my own 2 eyes. I got family in law enforcement. Absolutely, I back the blue.
There you go. So defund the police is not something you're with, or
not even up for debate in my book.
Not even up. Yeah, I like that.
This coming from a guy who ran from them my whole entire life.
Yeah, same. Listen, yesterday they showed up because the music was a little loud. We had not yesterday, the day before, Saturday, we had a little gathering with friends, and we had a fire in the backyard. And they showed up because the music was too loud, and I know it was, but they showed up, and I wasn't scared, But go back 6 years, I would have been running as soon as I saw the lights or them. I would have been running for my life. And nowadays, I was just happy to see them. Hey, how you guys doing? And oh yeah, we'll put the music down, and you interact respectfully.
But I mean, in hindsight, if you wanted to look at it, if you didn't have the music up, you wouldn't have had the problem. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
And I totally agree. The music was too loud, and I even called my neighbor to apologize.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I do the same thing in my garage every other day when I'm out there working, believe you me. And half of it, I'm sure they don't want to hear anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was getting late. That's why, because they're never, I never have any problem with my neighbors. If they ever watch this, I love you.
See, that's why I like where I'm at. We're spaced out. I don't have to worry about nothing. I'll walk out in the backyard in my birthday suit if I wanted to.
Yeah, there you go. We have big yards, but they're long, not large. So the houses are kind of connected in it, but they're not connected, but they're not that far apart.
Yes, I'm taking my academy test next month. Are you talking about becoming a cop, brother?
No, you do not, be savage.
If so, that is awesome, man.
That's really great. God bless you. That's amazing. Yeah, back to blue 100%. My father was a Chicago cop. Oh my God, I would not want to be a Chicago cop. Not nowadays. Oh my God, no.
He said, yes, sir. Oh, brother.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
man.
God bless you. I hope everything goes right. I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely he can.
You
And he's
got
got the
this.
heart for it too, man. He's a
There
good
you
dude,
go.
man. He's a real good
Mhm.
dude.
Definitely. Have you seen how quiet it's been since, how did they call it at the end? Chop? There was Chum and Chop, the no cop zone where they would fight the cops if they get in, and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
how
yeah, yeah.
bad it turned out in New York and in Portland, how terrible. They would bring out the corpse of dead people to, it was terrible. And they've been in the media and everything, they've been super quiet. No one's talked about it.
Listen,
But it,
most of us that are here in America, we already knew as soon as that nonsense started happening that it was a joke. Look where
yeah,
they're doing it at. You didn't bring that stuff out where everybody's armed at, because I tell you what, none of that stuff would have been set up. You would have
there you
never
go.
took over no police station. You wouldn't
Mhm.
have had control of the streets.
Yep,
They say they think they got militias and everything else. Well, I tell you what, you come out to one of these red states, you're gonna find your militia tested.
definitely. Because those red state, they love their constitution and their
Yeah,
second right gives
out where
them the
I
right.
live, these yes. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I saw you swallow a whole phrase.
Well, because I'm not gonna go speak on something that I shouldn't be speaking on. I'm just saying
Yeah,
there are some people who love this country and they love this country.
there you go. There you go. And that I listen. I'm Canadian, and we Americans have stereotypes against Canadian. Canadian have stereotypes against American. I've always loved America as much, if not more, than I love Canada, because I feel like Canada has went too far down the rabbit hole.
Well,
It's gonna be hard to bring it back. It's possible. I am not someone who would say nothing. I say nothing is impossible. So it is possible to come back, and the people are going to need to realize that we could have it so much better if it wasn't for the direction we took, you know. But America, I see it as a country that still has some place for. You're still in that fight of where are we going to go. You see those places like Texas that are
that's the key.
really
What
divided.
you just said. Fight. In America, we're always ready to fight.
There you go. And it's a
That's why I don't mind
stereotype.
what other countries think about us, because it always comes down to John Wayne. We're the
There
guy
you
on
go.
the block. You can push all everybody around, but when you come over here, you better have your stuff together.
There you go. There you go. And that's a thing. And I've always thought the Constitution was a massive, massive, amazing creation. Like that's like one of the greatest document after the Bible. I mean, that's the Constitution's amazing. We don't have that in
Truly
Canada.
is. I was just studying some stuff because it really is
Yeah,
an amazing document, especially the
really.
way they worded it. I think it
Yeah,
was one of the
exactly.
most well thought out things ever.
For the
Really.
time and everything, for what they were going through at the time, and they
Well, for
still,
what its purpose was.
yeah, exactly. They really wanted the American people to be free and brave, you know. And
That's
in
why
Canada, we
we're
don't
armed
have
to the teeth.
yeah, and in Canada, we have a constitution, but it's not at all the same thing. Those rights that are given to us are not God given, which means they apply to everyone, whether you like it or not. In Canada, it's government given. So if the government doesn't like it, they can go around it. That's why in Canada,
We don't
people say,
want that.
there you go. You don't want that in America. Believe
No,
you
no,
me, you do
I
not.
guarantee you we'll never have that.
There you go. So, because you still have those
Our
red states.
forefathers died so that we will never have to worry about that.
There you go. And it would be almost impossible to take it away. But in Canada, that's how it was written in the beginning. There was
Not
no,
impossible, difficult, yes, but revolution is revolution.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I can get behind that. But in Canada, a lot of I hear a lot of Americans that are mostly on the left side say
That's
that
not
Canada
revolution.
has,
That's
yeah, I see a lot that say Canada has free speech. We do not. That's not. It's in our laws. It's
we
in our
don't much
constitution.
either anymore these days.
Yeah, but in Canada, you can go to jail for saying what they consider to be offensive. And by they, I mean the government. You know, what if the government thinks that me calling you a woman is offensive, I can go to jail, which actually happened a year ago. A guy was sentenced to 90 days in jail for misgendering someone. And things like that happen all the time because we do not have free speech in Canada. My damn cat. Stop it. I'm trying to do something.
That's incredibly crazy to me.
Yeah, it's really, and it's like that everywhere. There's only one country in the world that has the God-given right of free speech.
Your government is the one that gives you permission. That's just beyond absurd.
There you go. And people say there's free speech in Europe, there's free speech there, there's free speech here. No, there's only one country in the world that has God-given right to free speech, and it's America. I'm sorry, it is. Stop it, you.
You can tell that cat's love, though.
Oh yeah, these cats. Well, not lately, because he's been chopped off in the back, and she's been. So they're a little mad, but they'll come around. They'll accept it. I didn't want to have the problem of inbred cats because they're brother and sister from the same mother and father. So I didn't want to have any inbred cats.
Gotcha.
Portland is Valor Chicago legend. Yeah, Portland. What about Portland? I don't know if you've seen, but it's getting crazy out there in Portland. Like, it's fight every night with the police and those, if you want to call it, it's not even protest anymore. It's just rioters. It's crazy, Portland, right now.
Yeah, but look where you're talking about. Again, another city where you just can't, people are not out openly defending themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
police not allowed to do their job, running out of the police station.
Yeah.
I can think of countless places around this country that is a wishful thought.
Yeah. I remember seeing a video. It was in Dallas after the shooting of the there was 2 cops or 3 that got shot in Texas, Houston, a couple of years back. And I remember the video of the media not understanding there was a guy in front of the police station, fully geared. He was an ex-Marine, fully geared in his Marine with bulletproof vest with his gun, standing in front. He stood there for 7 hours during the day after the shooting, just to and he went inside, gave his gun, saying, "I'm gonna be here, not against you, to protect you, to show the people that they cannot attack a police officer because they're going to be attacking me." And he stood there on his 2 feet and waited in front of the police station to make sure everything was going to be okay after the shooting. And I thought it was amazing. Like, I thought that man deserves a medal. That man is amazing, because I'm never going to defend bad cops, but I never heard of a cop that deserves shooting.
B said it best. No such thing as an ex-Marine. That's a fact.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. So, and I thought the media were kind of confused. Like, why would police accept this guy in front? Well, it's Texas. First of all, in Texas, there's the open carry, right?
Texas has really changed over the last while, man.
Oh, yes. They've been fighting a lot, too.
I would never guess some of the problems that's come out of Texas in this last decade. Just never.
Yep. It is getting well, it's the biggest state in the United States, so it's been the reddest state.
Not only that, but it's Texas. Root 'em, toot 'em, Cowboys, shoot 'em up. Now they're coming after everybody's everything.
Yeah. And, well, I was going to say forever it was red. No, it was blue forever. It became red when they abolished slavery and after the Civil War and everything, because although people don't think that's true, it is. The slavery party was the Democratic Party, not the Republican. The Republican abolished slavery.
They're all corrupt, no matter how you look at it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I'm talking back in the days of Abe Lincoln when they abolished slavery. That was the Republicans, you know. But, yeah, politics is always, but it's since
my
forever.
My opinion is anymore, the only thing we can do is try to vote with what best aligns up with your moral standing. That's the best you can do.
There you go, because you never hear me say
no.
Fully
the guy
supporting.
You're voting for that even stands for what you stand for is still going to stab you in the back.
Yeah, definitely. Because
politicians, what they do.
Yeah, There you go. And I remember when you guys had your election in 2016 and Trump won, and I was happy that he won because I thought it was going to be a great thing for America and for Canada. But what?
Hey, did you see that video where they shot themselves? And then the Outer Light had a video where it showed Grandmaster Jay talking about, or some dude was giving away how the secrets, meetings, and payoffs and stuff were done outside the churches or through the churches, through the select parties.
No, I haven't seen that.
He's caught on video saying all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but
it just came out last night.
Yeah, well, you know, there's no one perfect, first of all, and I'll never say that I fully agree with any politician ever, because we don't align on a personal level. I would never be in politics ever, but I was happy for you because it was definitely better than the other one. But I don't know. You can't always be 100% behind someone in politics. There's always that thing, that move, that choice that person made that you can't agree with.
It's not even past tense what they made. It's what they're still willing to do. They're all after their own interest at the end of the day. I don't give a damn what party it is.
Yep. And that's one thing that always surprises me is how surprised people are when they learn that there's corruption in a government. Are you really that surprised? Is that a big news to you? Governments are corrupt? Oh my God. Big news. News 10 on CNN. Governments are corrupt. Wow.
To some people, it is brand new news. Some people have literally had the wool over their eyes their entire life, and they literally look at them like, thank you for everything you've allowed me to have. And the rest of us are looking at it like, would you please get out of our way and let us thrive?
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. That's, yeah.
Give the cops what they need to do their job. Give us what we need to build the infrastructure. Let's literally support the inner cities like we should. Let's let the people trying to start new businesses actually be able to do that. Let's help people create things instead of giving them reasons to not try.
I 100% agree with that. That's why I've been trying to move to America for the longest time. Well, not only reason. The only reason is because I don't feel safe for my daughter growing up. But you know that. I told you about that. You know, living in a country where the stabbing rate is higher than the American stabbing rate, and we have a lot less people here. Living in a country where, and I'm never going to say that because I don't believe in what they call rape culture, but there is a lot of rape in Canada because people have no rights to defend themselves. Usually, my mom carried.
Don't think coming here you're entering, unicorn land and everything. No. Is all marshmallows and candy.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Everywhere around the world, there is evil. There will always be evil. I mean, until he comes down and saves us all, but there will always be evil. But being here, my mother carried mace her whole life in her purse. About 3 years ago, she was arrested, and she had some prescription meds. They were real meds. They were her meds, but she's like me. She loses everything, so she placed them in another pot, so she doesn't lose the full pot. Anyway, long story short, the cops saw the pot with some pills in it, thought it was drugs, so he searched the whole car, searched her purse. And he found mace, and she got arrested for carrying mace because
my daughter has mace.
That is exactly my point. In Canada, if someone was to break into my house right now, and I was to, I don't know, take a stick
my daughter also has a rifle, but
yeah, I was to hit him on the side of the head or shoot him, I would go to jail for murder or assault. That is how it is. And that is what, since the day my daughter was born, I told my wife, we will be leaving this country and living in America. I don't care if we live all the way up north in, I don't know, Maine or Vermont or Hawaii. We don't have to go south.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know it is. I've been there. And I told her, because not necessarily carrying a gun But my daughter is going to have the right to defend herself if anything happens growing up. She's too young for that now, and it's okay, and I'm glad. But that's something that scares me every night. I go to bed and I think about my daughter when she's going to be 16, 17, going out with her friends, and someone attacks her or someone tries to, and she doesn't have the right to defend herself. That's crazy to me. In America, you have the right to self-preservation. You have the right to defend your person against anyone. And if I don't know, if someone breaks into your house and you punch him in the face, the cop is going to shake you.
You got the right to defend somebody else too.
Yeah. And if you punch someone that tried to go into your house and you restrain him until police arrive or something like that, the cop is going to shake your hand, tell you, great job. I'm glad you're safe. Are you okay? In Canada, they're going to put cuffs on you too and charge you with assault.
Or kidnapping. You get into a fight with somebody, you just gonna have to dust it off because it's over with before the sheriff ever gets here.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's why we will make a Buckeye of you yet. Yeah,
there you go.
Like that. Your gun laws. Yeah, Canadian. Your gun laws suck. Point blank. Yeah, that's. It's really because some people have the right to have a gun. You cannot in Canada. You can't have a semi-automatic weapon, any type. So handguns. Yeah, that's called a restricted firearm. It's only for military.
Right now?
Yep. You can only have
son.
You can only have pump action or lever action guns for anyone. And wait,
what if you have multiple attackers? You can have revolvers, right?
No handguns. That's completely illegal. That's really illegal too. Like that's jail time.
A little bit less. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I totally get it. Don't torture CD like that, said. She will come to the great side if Fatter Nation. Listen, and there's one thing also, because I have a friend who is in the military. He's been forever. So he has the right to have a weapon in his house that is a semi-automatic. He has the class, the permit for that and everything. But wait for it. To keep it in his house, the gun needs to be in a room, the clip needs to be in a separate room, and the bullets have to be in a third room.
What the heck good is it?
So, if a guy gets into your house, you have to tell him a shotgun, the bullets cannot be in the same room as the gun.
Ah, good night.
So if
here's what you do. I just thought about it. You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Wherever your bed is, you cut a hole in the drywall to the other side, and you have it right there. And what you do is you get like 3 single-shot shotguns. You grab them suckers, 1, 2, 3. Now you go running out there. You got 3 rounds ready. Shoot it, dump it, shoot it, dump it, shoot it, dump it.
Yep. Pretty much, because right now, with the laws we have, if someone breaks into your house and you want to shoot him, you have to tell him, wait, I have to go get the bullet, and then you call your girlfriend, honey, bring me the clip. That's pretty much it. It's stupid like that. If someone breaks in my house, there's a very antisocial dog who will tear a new hole in your butt, and then if he makes it over the threshold, then he's in my ballpark. He won't make it out. Yeah, that's how it should be. If someone breaks into your house,
my shotgun's next to my bed. Look, I got one of them right here.
There you go. I mean, and
I got one right there. I got 2, 3 over there, and then I got my carry, which is right now next to my bed because I took a shower before I got down here.
There you go. Since the day I learned I was going to be a father, every night it has scared me. Every single night, knowing that she was going to grow up. So when I knew she was coming, that my wife was pregnant, the first thing I did the next day was go to the DOJ, which that's I'm just saying you call that like that. We have another name for that, which is basically Department of Justice. And I asked for what they call a pardon. How do you say that? A pardon? Pardon? Is that the right word?
To get out of a crime you committed?
To get out of a record you have.
Okay.
A case that you
got it expunged?
Yes, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. And here in Canada, it takes 4 to 7 years to get that. and I'm still waiting. It's been 3.5 years, so it should be pretty soon. But yeah, I'm waiting for that to leave. That's the only thing I'm waiting for. And I told my mom, if you want to come with me, I'll do whatever it takes.
How much
I'll
more
bring
time
you
you
with
got
me.
left?
Well, like I said, it's between 4 to 7 years. I've done 3.5. So with any luck, in a couple months, I'll be okay. But it can take up to 7 years. So it's like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, but I'm still okay with it because my daughter right now, she just turned 3. So even if it takes 30 years,
just turned 3, man. You got a long ways to go.
there you go. So, but it's still something. Since
my kids are teenagers.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we have a little bit of an age difference between you and me. I mean,
how old are you again?
I'm 26.
Oh, good night. Oh, yeah, there's an age gap.
there it is.
Yeah, I'm in my mid-40s.
Yeah, there you go. No, I got married and I got a kid young, pretty young. Well, it depends how you see it.
One thing I'm going to plan on doing that nobody knows, even nobody in my life knows as of yet.
Ooh, VF scoop.
I don't know what it is, man, but the road is calling me. I want to travel, man. I want to go places that I haven't been. I want to go places, man. I don't know what it is, but this whole last year I've been thinking about, like, what is something that I want to do for me? What do I want to do? I think I want to. I want to get on my bike and travel some places.
Nice. That's a good idea, man. I've traveled a little bit across the United States, and I just love this country. I mean, there's so many. Like in Canada, there's 2 types of place. There's the flat land with a lot of grass, and there's the mountains. That's the only thing you'll ever see. There's flat land with grass and corn, or mountains. That's the 2 types of places you can be in Canada. There's no hotter place or colder. Well, there is the colder place, but it's on that. There's no one living there. Like the north of Canada, no one is there. There's no cities. There's no nothing. Everyone lives down the south by the border, and so. And then I went to the United States the first time. I went to the United States, I went to Cape Cod, which is Virginia, I think. Is it Cape Cod, Virginia? Yeah. And I thought, well, this kind of looks like Canada. I mean, it's a little disappointing. It's a flat land with a lot of grass and a little bit of mountains. But then I went to Florida. Wow, the temperature, the site, there's different trees. In Canada, we have maple trees.
Have you ever been to Georgia or Tennessee?
I've been to Georgia. I've been to Arizona. I mean,
Dude, Georgia and Tennessee is some of the most beautiful land in this whole country, in my opinion.
Tennessee, I haven't been yet.
Tennessee is, dude. I'm telling you, I could end up living in Tennessee before I'm dead. I'm telling you right now. I mean it. We got family, or she's got family down there. But every time I go down there, man, I love Tennessee. I absolutely love Tennessee.
Well, that's a place, but then because I remember going to Georgia the next year, my friend wanted to go to Vegas, so I was like, well, let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Arizona. Then you go there and it's desert. I was like, what is this? To me, that's something that doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. That's that's Africa. That's the Middle East.
That's Africa.
Well, that's the Middle East to me. I'm like, where are we? Like, how long have we been on a plane? Because I hate planes. I have a deep fear of planes. So every time I take a plane.
Me too.
Oh my God, dude.
I flew once and we had really bad turbulence. I don't want nothing to do with it.
I flew 3 times in my life. And the first time I never did it, so I didn't know I was going to be so afraid, but I didn't like it. But I was so afraid that to come back, I drank a full pot of Benadryl. You know those? It's like I think it's cough medicine. Benadryl. It's cough medicine, but there's a lot of sleepiness. So I bought a small one, drank it all. That's it, and that's how I did my flight.
From Mama's answer to everything is Robitussin.
Definitely, or Buckley. We have Buckley here. Those are disgusting.
Come down my way. We'll go to the Jack Daniels distillery. Don't tease me. Now, dang it.
Well, Jimmy.
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
I love Jack Daniels, man. That's my drink.
That is from Tennessee, right? Jack Daniel is a whiskey from Tennessee, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, but yeah, me go because
CHEATHAM. I love some Upchurch.
I love Colorado. Yeah, Colorado is beautiful. I went there skiing a couple times.
I've never been to Colorado. I want to go to Colorado.
Beautiful. There's some but like I said, that's a place that looks like mine. Colorado is big mountains where you can ski. That's Canada everywhere. So, and there's snow in the winter. It's kind of hot in the summer. That's Canada. It's kind of like me going to Michigan.
Sounds like Ohio.
Yeah. Well, I went to Michigan to see a basketball game of the Detroit Pistons. And my friends wanted to go around in Detroit. I was like, that's just Montreal. It's the same exact thing. It's boring. Michigan is basically a dangerous part of Canada, you know? So, but Arizona.
I would absolutely love to go through the distillery. In fact, it's on my bucket list. Seriously, it is. I really
the Jack Daniel distillery? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I've drank it for so long, and it holds such a fond memory because of my cousin who passed away far too young. He was my best friend in this world, and that's what we did. We'd get together by a fire, and we just drink, and the deer would run through the yard and everything. It holds. It's sentimental to me.
Yeah. And it's a great whiskey. I mean, a lot of people trash on it that it's cheap whiskey. Yes, it is, but it's still a great whiskey.
That's all right. It's legendary in my book.
There you go. And Nolans? No, I don't know Nolans. What is Nolans? Where is that? Maybe I've been in this. Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, it's really terrible. I've been there, and because for the Piston, you have to go to what's the name of this? It's in Detroit, and I saw Detroit, and oh my God, the state of that city.
You've been to Detroit?
Yes, I've been to Detroit.
Detroit, maybe not. It is comparable to Akron.
Okay. Well, then it's comparable to the bad streets, the bad sides of Montreal, because it's like there's a center of Montreal that is big, high-tech buildings with a lot of big companies, and as soon as you go outside of that, it's only ghettos. Only that for miles.
Yeah, and that's pretty much that's Akron for you. If you're not in the suburb, you're somewhere remotely close to the hood, which means
there you go.
You're not too safe.
Yeah. No, I have never been to New Orleans, but that's something I really want to see. Louisiana,
I want to go down to Louisiana.
I really want to go there too. So one day we might have to
go through the bayous and all that.
Yes, exactly. That's what I want to see, because that's something that Café du Monde. Yeah, and I know that they speak a little bit of French in Louisiana.
Do you got a motorcycle license?
No, I do not. Sadly, I wish, because if I had, my wife would kill me, first of all, and I would already be in Ohio to ride with you, brother. Believe you me.
Man, we'd head down to Bayou.
Believe you. Oh, yes. But that would be one, because me going to Ohio is about 7 hours in car. So then driving all the way to Louisiana, that would be one.
Hey, 7 hours in a car is like 4 or 5 hours on a bike.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely it. Yeah. Detroit is a hellhole anymore. I am 2.5 hours south. Yeah.
South of Detroit?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, well, Akron is too, buddy. Akron is too.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much, yeah. But what was it? Yeah, so to go back to the Vegas story, because I want to go to the United States, because there's so many places. You can go to one state and it looks one way, and another state looks completely different, and then you go to another state, it looks completely different. And
that's what I love.
That's amazing. So I loved, and I went to California, and although I didn't like to see poop and needle in the streets, I did love the beach, and I was amazing. And like the beautiful beach and those big houses. We drove down Santa Monica, the beach. In California, and those big houses.
Either.
Oh, exactly. But I wanted to see something that I would never see. And I saw people surfing. You don't see that in Canada, surfing. Right. That's something that people see in movies and they're like, oh, that looks so cool. But then you go to the United States and that's pretty normal surfing. You can do that a lot of places.
Florida too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I've been, where else have I been that I was
Parasailing is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. It is so
I bet. But it's two places.
Air conditioning you've ever could imagine. it is so good.
Yeah, I bet. There's two places I still want to go. It's New Mexico for those empty highways of nothingness, and Louisiana. That's the two
Yeah, I
places.
want to go to Louisiana and I want to go to Arizona because I have a friend that lives in Arizona and I've been meaning to go see him for like the last 2 years. And one of these times I'm actually going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Me too. One day I will. But like I said, even if I had a motorcycle license, I can't cross the border yet, sadly.
You're 2 hours west of Akron. Then you are, hold on, I got to switch years. 2 hours west of Akron. Then you are about around 3.5 hours or so away from me.
I'm 10 minutes from
Barksdale
Air Force Base, home of the B-52. Nice.
2 hours south of Akron. Yeah, I know roundabout where you were at down by the bus. I built a bunch of a bunch of businesses down there in Columbus, and especially in that mall, that strip mall that we put up. I don't want to go naming off all the businesses and give the company name out there, but
yeah,
we pretty much built that strip mall down there.
The beach in Santa Monica is filthy, better surfing north of Santa Cruz. Yeah, well, when we went, it was like not a super sunny day. We went to California and we got the only day that isn't sunny, and so there weren't any people on the, well, there were a little bit, but not a lot. But I bet, I know that's like the biggest, everyone knows Santa Monica Beach, and, so I bet it gets filthy there, but. Yeah, I'm in flat parts. Don't Tangier right, VF. Yeah, but yeah, that's
right, VF. What Tangier? What Tangier? What?
Yeah,
I don't know what Tangier is.
It's humid here right now. Oh, it's terrible here right now too. It's like we had
I got my air conditioner set on 69. I got the fan blowing still.
Oh yeah, my fan is blowing everywhere in the house, and we have 2 air conditioning. And it's still really humid, sticky a little bit. My chair is leather, and I have a shirt on, and I can still feel it's being sticky on my back, But
I hate this chair that I got. I hate it. I do not like it. And as soon as I can afford to get one, I'm gonna get a different chair, and I'm gonna throw this thing in the garbage.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything else on my thing. We've been running for an hour and a half, which is pretty much, I never thought we'd be running this long, but because I didn't know how it would go, the concept of just, you and me talking with the people. And that's what I want to do. But with a lot, I want to do it with many people. I want to get one day, listen, the hype of my career on YouTube would be to get D-Gen on this live stream. One day it's going to happen. I'm telling you it's going to happen. But
just ask him. He's a real cool guy, man. All you got to do is say, hey, I'm interested. What you should do, put out a couple videos. Let him see what you're about. You know what I'm saying? And then be like, hey, brother, you mind coming on? He's a great guy, man.
I wouldn't dream to ask him right now, but I want to get people. I want to get Justin. I want to get Kate. But I want to get people also outside of the the Watchdog group and everything to speak about different things. But that's like the format. So I don't know if congrats. Hope to see more podcasts. Yeah, I don't have a schedule, so I don't want to promise anything yet. I'm waiting for my mic because this headset terrible. My ears are sweating right now, and the sound isn't as good as I would like it to be. I want to set up a lot of different things. Like I'm not good with computers. I'm pretty much like VF. So what you're looking at right now, the overall and all of that, just getting everything set up took me a long time thinking about what I wanted to do, but I'm going to improve on it. If you guys stick with me, I really appreciate everyone who came. That's really nice. I will come on if I ever get a day off, CT. I'd love to have you be Savage. You're a funny dude. You're a funny dude. But yeah, like I said, I don't have a schedule made yet. I will have one day. I would like to get a day where I don't step on anyone's toes, but it's still, my day for my podcast. I want it to go the same way, and at least once a week, I'd like to do that. More if I can, like if I get scheduling with people or stuff like that. But because today was a last minute. VF, I messaged VF this morning. I was like, I think I'm ready. I'd like to try this. It's a Monday. It would be a good try. But yeah,
I wasn't gonna tell you no. You've wingman for me many times.
Anytime you want me, I'll still be there, brother. And but yeah, thank you to everyone. Give it a subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you'd like. There's many more podcasts that are going to be coming. I was super nervous in the beginning. I thought I would go through that bottle of whiskey real fast, but it went really well, I think. And thank you, VF, for coming. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't worry about it.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
And I wouldn't normally, I thought to be letting you plug your stuff, but everyone here is already subscribed to your channel. They already know where to find you. But listen, I'm a big fan of VF. You know that. I've always been and always be. And well, thank you, everyone. That's really appreciated. I'm glad. And I'll see you next week. All right. See ya.